Y'all, my camera cut off. But, yeah, y'all gonna see I have long videos. So, whatever I'm gonna say, whatever topic, I'm just gonna get it all out and let that be that, and then I'll go on to something else. But, yeah, they shaved her head, and, it took a while for it to grow back. And it was a different texture than the rest. She's got good hair now, but it was a lot drier around the sides than the top, and it's still like that to this day. And right now she's 7.5 years old. She hasn't had very many problems being sick or anything like that. She had to take shots for the first, I think it was first 3 years of her life, at every 3 months, or was it first 5 years? It was one of them. A medicine called Synergist, and it's to help her during the cold and flu season. And it was to, I guess, to keep her lungs developed. And baby, that thing was expensive. Do you hear me? Oh my goodness. Was it $220 per shot? And they couldn't order it until she actually come, because it was just that it was a special type of medicine that they don't keep on hand. And so, yeah, my husband's insurance company, they were very good about that. And do y'all know, the very first day, her very first 24 hours in the hospital, not even 24 hours, her first 12 hours in the hospital was over $10,000. Yes, that's not including the stuff that we had to buy, because we had to bring clothes for her, blankets for her. Even though the hospital provided that, they wanted her to have her own stuff, because that was going to be her home until she developed enough. So she had teddy bears. They had grandparents to come in and sit with the babies, and they sang to them. And as they got older, they would rock them and feed them. And when the parents couldn't be there, they made them blankets and little stuffed animals. And Jalen was so small. You know how you go in the store and buy a doll, the little 13-inch baby dolls? Yeah, that's how big she was. And her first shirt was a baby doll shirt, and it had Velcro on it. And they put it on with the Velcro in the front because she had the little monitors and stuff on them. Her very first diaper was a panty. It was like a panty liner, but they had to cut it in half because it was still too big for her. And she used to pee so. She had a real good bladder. She used to pee out that thing, boy. And they used to laugh and say, "Oh, Jalen's bladder works very well. We change her bed I don't know how many times a day." Because, baby, she was a little pee-pee bug. She would pee everywhere. And I'll never forget, my mama had surgery on her eye because she lost her sight in this eye. And I took her to the hospital one day to see Jalen. And she put her hand inside the incubator. And, y'all, it was just like Jalen heard her and knew that it was her, because she was asleep, balled up, and her legs was up under her. And they always had on her stomach, because that was her most comfortable spot. So my mom put her hand in the right side of the incubator. She couldn't see where Jalen was, because she's legally blind. But Jalen stuck that left leg backward and placed her foot in my mama's hand and just left it there. And my mama, I said, "Mama, close your hand." She put her foot in your hand, and she felt how tiny. I promise you, her foot was that big. That big. She just instantly started boo-hoo crying. She was like, "Is that how big she?" I said, "Yes, Mama, that's her foot." It didn't even fit. It wasn't even the size of a baby doll foot. It was from the tip of my finger to this line right here. That's how big her foot was. And the nurses, they started bawling. They was like, "We have never seen her like that." It's like she could hear her or she could feel her. And she put her foot right in her hand. And Jalen was the type of baby, you had to let her grow. You had to leave her be. Because the more you fuss with her, the madder she would get. And she would snatch her feeding tubes and stuff out. I got a picture of her taking her feeding tube, pulling it out. And she sleep, but she didn't want that sucker in her mouth. She was pulling it out. I got a picture of her doing that. And the nurses, she used to aggravate them so bad. One of the ladies, a nurse named Shakita, black lady, she was like, "Honey, Miss Jalen," that was her baby. She fell in love with Jalen. She said, "I have to go back there and check on my baby because Jalen be giving them hell back there." She said, "Them white women can't do nothing with Jalen because Jalen be screaming at them. They try to give her a bath. She hollered at him so bad, y'all. She wouldn't have no tears. But her forehead used to be like that. And she hollered like that. But she sounded like a little cat, a real loud cat. My husband and I went there one day, and we were in the little room scrubbing up. And as we came through the door to go to her room, I said, "Ooh, somebody baby screaming and hollering." It was her. I bent that corner and pulled her curtain back. The lady was giving her a bath. She didn't want the lady bothering with her. She did not want her bothering with her. There were no tears coming out of her eyes, y'all. She just was mad. She didn't want nobody bothering with her. So the lady finished washing her and everything. She was being just as gentle. I said, "Jalen, you need to cut that out." And she looked over at me like that, and she said, she was just a screaming. She cut me like, now you come. The lady dried off and put her clothes on and laid her in her bed, and she said, just like that. She didn't want to be bothered. And they say she did them like that every time they tried to do something. And they had to rotate her ever so often to keep her lungs from collapsing. But every time they rotate her, her vital signs go haywire. Her oxygen level, everything just changed. So they would have to turn her back over and just leave her be. And then they had this little thing, you know how the doctors test your reflexes on your knee? They had something look like that, but it was made out of foam, a real soft foam. And I used to have to take it and just massage her on her back and on her ribs like that to massage her lungs to keep them from collapsing. And she didn't care. As long as you didn't turn her over, she didn't care. She looked like Winnie the Pooh, because when they started feeding her, all her food went to her stomach. She had a poo belly. You sit her up, arms and legs just as skinny, but she had that poo belly and them big jaws. That was it. She was a fat little monkey, too, around the middle. She was just as cute as she can be. But she came home January 19th, and we didn't tell anybody. And we had this little small Toyota, a 2-door Toyota, and we had the 3 kids plus her. And the lady, when she put all Jalen's stuff in the car, because they made sure when she leave the hospital, a nurse, 2 nurses walk you downstairs to make sure that she get in a safe environment and that she make it down there safely. Excuse me, and that her car seat is put in the right way and everything. So the lady said, "Y'all gonna need a bigger car." I said, "Yeah, that's my plan, is to get another car." And we went home, and I got home, and we got in the house, because we had cleaned, we had to sterilize, and I mean truly, really get down there. I was so tired. We had to really sterilize everything, and I was only able to take 1 day off from work, and that was the day that I was bringing her home. And got home, and I called my mom. I said, "Mama, guess what?" She said, "What is it?" I got a surprise. She was like, "What is that?" I said, "Can you hear it?" She had started crying, and she was like, "That's Jayla." She said, "She home?" And I was like, "Yeah." See, my mama wasn't driving because she couldn't see at that point. So she was like, "Oh, why y'all didn't tell me?" I said, "We didn't tell nobody. We wanted it to be a surprise." So my oldest daughter get out of school at 1, and we had just gotten home. No, she got out at 2, and we had just got home about 1:15. And so my husband said, "We're going to play a trick on her. Wait till she come in the door." So he went and met her at the door. He acted like he was mad. He was raising his voice. He said, "Why in the hell did you leave all this shit on my bed like this? Ashley, you know better than this." And she was like, "Daddy, what did I do?" Because she's always the last one out in the morning. He said, "Go in there and look at that shit on my bed. You ought to be ashamed of yourself." So when she came in there, Jalen was laying in the bed, and she just started boo-hoo crying. She was like, "My baby." And she went to pick her up. I said, "You can't pick her up. Not until you go clean up." So everybody that came in contact with her had to wash up good and either change their clothes, or they had to wear some kind of protective covering over their clothes. They couldn't wear perfume and stuff around her because, of her breathing. And so she went and scrubbed up, took a shower, changed clothes, everything. And she came back and she held her. When she was in the hospital, we took them to see her one time. All 3 of them started boo-hoo crying. They were so scared because they ain't never seen nothing like it. She didn't look like a baby. You know how on the inside of you, their eyes are not developed. It just looked like it's a little line crossed there. her whole skin was peach. You could see through her veins. You could see her arteries, everything. You could see literally if you put a flashlight near her skin, you could see her heart. You could see everything through her skin, you know. And they cried, so they said, "Mama, we don't want to see her like that no more." And they were so scared that it bothered them for a long time. So we didn't make them go back. And so that was her first time getting a chance to hold her since she had been born. And it was just on from there. And all of them, they were so excited when they came home. So at that point, we just started calling people, letting them know that she was home. My cousin was pregnant at the same time I was, but she had her baby before I did. And they told her she was having a girl. So she had her baby shower right before Jalen was born. And come to find out, she had a baby shower. She had done did all the shopping, decorated the room and all. Come to find out, she had a boy. That was a blessing for me, because there was no way she could take all that stuff back. Y'all, I had 20 30-gallon garbage bags full of brand new stuff. I mean, from the rooter to the tutor. Headbands, shirts, t-shirts, complete outfits, shoes, socks, ruffle panties, onesies, receiving blankets, bottles, diaper wipes, whatever, hair comb, hairbrush, diaper bags. I didn't have to buy nothing at that point. She didn't need no clothes until she got, I can't even tell you how old. Because she stayed in preemie clothes for a minute, and then she went to newborn. And when Jayla started walking, she was almost 2, I believe. No, she was, I think a year and a half, almost 2 before she started to walk. So she always wore, she was still wearing, she could wear 6 to 9 month clothes. She was little. She was. But here we are today. She's 7.5 years old. My next baby was fine. Corey, they told me that he wasn't growing right. And because of my age, I had a higher level in my blood saying that he would have Down syndrome. So I had to deal with that. I had to see a specialist every week because they wanted to make sure he was growing right, and they was making sure I was okay because of my asthma and my irregular heartbeats and the contractions that I was having. Yeah, I had contractions with him too. And I was so ready to have him. I was so ready to have him because I had to quit working. I would be sick in the car on the way. I even had car sickness this time. I never had car sickness before. But on the way, the car started moving. I used to be, ugh. My husband used to call my boss every day. I'm not bringing her to work. I used to want to go to work, and he'd be like, I'm not bringing her to work. She just got sick all over herself. And I even started having migraines, y'all. How you have migraines, morning sickness, and contractions at the same time? At the same damn time. All of that at the same damn time. Yes, I did. I couldn't eat. I couldn't. I lost 30 pounds. And until maybe a couple of weeks before I had him, my appetite kind of picked up to where I could eat certain things. I love fried chicken, but if you fried some chicken around me and I smelled it on you, baby, I would heave everywhere. Bleach, I would just cry because I could not stand bleach. The scent from the bleach, it would get on my tongue and it would be just like I'm drinking bleach. Anything in the house, in the room, the scent would get on my tongue and it's just like I'm eating it or drinking it. That's how bad it was. And y'all just don't know what that feel like. If anybody out there ever been through that, I feel sorry for you. I wish I could take care of you because I know how to take care of you, get rid of everything. The only kind of seasoning I bought was salt and black pepper. Everything else I threw in the garbage. I had been to Orlando and went to the perfume outlet, and I had bought all types of cologne for my husband. You know, they have the shower gel and the lotion and all that stuff in there. I threw all of them. I didn't give a damn. $49, $59, $109, whatever it was. I threw that shit in the garbage. Couldn't stand to smell it. My daughter had on some vanilla scented lotion one day. We went out on our way to Bible study. I did a U-turn and took her to Family Dollar, not Family Dollar, Food Lion, and bought some Dial soap and made her go home and take a bath. And throwed all that stuff in the garbage. Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Y'all just don't know what that feel like. They have to throw up all the time. It's not like you just get nauseated and don't do that. No. You literally. I couldn't put on no clothes because I was always in the shower. Because when I throw up, I have a contraction and I piss everywhere. Yeah. My mama was going through her little things and she didn't even care what was going on with me. But she would call around there and she needed me to help her do this and help her do that. And that was horrible. And it made me feel terrible because not once did anybody ever say, how do you feel? But she would get mad with me and want me to come and help her. And I mean, I was in a bad way that day. I had a bad headache and I was in the bed covered up. All the kids were in school and my husband was just in the front room. The house was totally quiet because he knew I didn't feel good. But he came and woke me up and told me that she was crying on the phone and said she couldn't move and she was hurting real bad. So I went to see about it, y'all. It was totally different. It all went down here from there. And I was beyond pissed off. And I turned around and came home and didn't go back. But that's another interview. Y'all, I'm serious. I got my feelings hurt so bad. I was like, I just felt like I was disrespected and used and just wasn't cared about. And then I remember one Friday, I went to work and came home. I pulled everything out my closet and started cleaning up, throwing away shoes. My husband is a pack rat with shoes. He loved leather, like Clark's. He loved those kind of shoes. And if he sees something he like, he always buy 2 pair. He'd get a low top and a quarter top. So he had 2 pair of just about every color. Well, not every color. I take that back. Brown, navy blue, red, and black. Those are the only colors he'll buy. He won't buy no other color shoes at all. I don't care whether they sneakers or not. He won't buy it. He won't even buy brown sneakers. But he buy those brown leather boots. But he always buy 2 pair. Clarks are not cheap either. I think the cheapest pair I've seen was like $109. He always buy 2 pair. But I cleaned out that closet. And when he came home from work, I was sitting on the side of the bed. He was like, you alright? I said, my back hurting. So he took a shower and he got in the bed and he said, well, I'm going to just let me know how you feel. Because I was already having contractions, so it wasn't nothing different. It didn't stop. I said, baby, it's time to go. I can't take it no more. We went. They wasn't bad. It was like a bad menstrual cramp. Now, I done had some contractions make you feel like you about to die. Those kind I didn't have this time. So the lady, earlier that week I had been to the doctor and they told me I dilated 3 centimeters and they sent me home, y'all. I was miserable. They sent me home. I was like, y'all can't keep me. Just, girl came home and got busy thinking that just, because they say the sperm helps stimulate your cervix and make you open up. That ain't did nothing. Ain't did nothing. That Friday when I cleaned out that closet, I don't know if that was just the time for me to go. I went to the hospital and she checked me out. She said, you just bought yourself a baby. You 4.5 centimeters. I was like, thank you, Lord. Got in there. They never got in the bag. But I got scared. That's the first time I had been scared having a baby. And I was talking to my best friend, Keena, on the phone. And she was talking me through it. And I said, ooh, Keena, I feel like I got to push. I'm going to call you back. Well, no. Before I got to that part, the lady said, okay, you well over 5 centimeters. We're going to go ahead and break your water. I said, y'all get the man with the juice. Because I know what happens after you break my water. Them contractions get off glass. So they called the man to come in there. Y'all, if y'all don't believe in God, I do. I do. Because he spoke to me. Galen was asleep. And the lady was out the room. I was in there by myself. And I could hear this man's voice say, you're not going to need it. He told me I wasn't going to need the medicine, the epidural. I thought I was panicking because I had got nervous because I know how that pain hurt, how it feel. And my heart was racing. And I was like, I'm tripping. That's just me. I'm just tripping. So the lady came in and I let them go ahead and do it. And I was like, I can't tell these people that I heard this because they're going to think I'm crazy. And I say, ooh, I'm nervous, you know. So they put it in, and y'all, that thing hurt. You're not supposed to be able to feel that once they put it in your back. I felt it. The little cord, when I laid down on it, I could feel it folded up in my back. I could feel it. They had to turn it off because Corey's heart rate started dropping. There it is again. He told me I wasn't going to need it. I had to apologize to God because I was being disobedient, but I didn't realize it was him. They turned it off, and I didn't need it. My contractions never got any worse. And y'all don't know how many years I prayed for that, to be able to do that. I wanted to do it on my own. And I did. That lady, she said, you just got like a half an inch lip left that got to go across his head. And I can't let you push. I'm going to have to help you. Y'all, if it wasn't for the power of the Lord, the grace, the mercy, the Holy Ghost, if it wasn't for that, I probably would have kicked that lady between her eyes. She had to put her hand up there, these two fingers, and push my meat up over his head. Woo! Y'all don't know how bad that hurt. It was hurting so bad, y'all, I couldn't cry. I couldn't cry. My husband was like, babe, it's going to be all right. I said, no, it's not. I said, it hurts so bad. Please take your hand out, please. And I had to try to push while she was doing that. I say, stop. Just stop. Take your hand out. I can do it myself. She said, but you might. I said, if I do split myself, it's me. But you got to stop. I can do it myself. I know my body. I can do it myself. She said, okay, well, I'm going to let you do it yourself. I did it myself. He came right on out. I pushed like 3 more times. I leaned up over my body. I leaned up some. And I kind of pointed my stomach down towards the table like I was going to get in a squatting position. And I grabbed my legs. And I pulled back on them. And I pushed. And she said, ooh, he's right there. I said, I told you I could do it myself. But that mess you was doing was about to kill me. I felt like somebody was doing surgery on me without medicine. And he came right on out. And y'all, on that day that he was born, in a row, they delivered 24 boys in a row, back to back. March 13th, 2010. He was number 24. Back to back in that hospital. That was amazing. I was like, what? She was like, yes. It's something about this day that all these boys are being born, but he was number 24. I was glad that was over. Ooh, hoo, hoo. And y'all, here I am. No more babies for me. Lord, thank you. I'm through with that. So now it's just us as a family. You know, and I'm working on healing. I'm working on my relationship with God, being obedient, doing what I have to do, reading His Word, sharing His Word, sharing my experiences, sharing my life. I don't know why He gave me the gift of gab, but He did, and I've been using it ever since. I'm a kind-hearted person. I try not to be mean to people. If I ever say something to one of y'all that hurt y'all feelings, please tell me, because that's not me. I try to think about the things that I say, and I try to put myself in your position before I say it, because I wouldn't want somebody to hurt my feelings, you know, on purpose. You know, I wouldn't want to do that. I've done it before, and I've had to apologize, and I don't want to do that no more. I don't. I really don't. And this is just me. That's just the first part of my life. I done been through all kinds of women things, dealing with cheaters, dealing with women that you can't trust, backstabbers, dealing with women that you think love you and got your back, and they don't. I've dealt with not your family not being there for you, you know. Because as of right now, it's like it's just me and my husband and my children. I thank God for my children because they didn't have to step in and say, well, Daddy, we're going to help you because we know you got a lot on your plate. Not that you can't do it on yourself, but we home and that's what we got to do. And when that time comes for them, and I told them, I said, don't let them do it. You know, we can handle our own bills, you know. Let them take care of themselves. He said, but if I do that, I won't be teaching them how to be adults. Because they'll go out in the real world, and when them bills start rolling in, they ain't going to know how to deal with it. They're not going to know how to budget. They're not going to know how to do anything with it. And then with his girls, he don't want them to get in their head that they can always shop. That's not what life is all about. And with my daughter, she's having to learn that because she had a car. Your car needs to be taken care of just like your body. It needs an oil change, tune up, your tires go flat. And she saw that when she had her car. One week the tire went flat on one side, the next week it went flat on the other. She was like, oh my gosh. You know, money that she thought she had to shop with, she couldn't do that. She couldn't do it because, guess what? She had to do what? Get them tires fixed. Anything else? Yeah, she had to get it fixed. And of course, he didn't let her do it all by herself. But it's dealing with the tires, yeah. Now, keeping her car clean on the inside, I started out doing that because while she was at work some days, and my husband, if they called him to come into work, I used to let him drop me off to her job, and I would get her car and go get the kids out of school so he didn't have to worry about it, and then I would just pick her up. But I kept her car clean. I would take it to get oil changes, that kind of stuff. But once I stopped driving it, you know, I had to let her learn to do that and make your own appointments to get your oil change and that, you know, like that. But I don't mind helping my children. You know, I guess I want to be there more for them than they want me to be. You know, I still want to be mama and tell them what's right from wrong, and that they actually listen to me and not have a mind of their own. You know, I got to get used to that because they're young adults. They're not little kids anymore. And my thing is, my 7 and 6-year-old think they 22 and 20. You know, they love computers. They love music. They dance. Mia is more like my 18-year-old. She got a good sense of humor. She's the joker, you know. Jalen, she's a combination between my oldest daughter and my son Darian. She likes to draw. She's smart. She's witty. Mia, she's smart. She's quick on the draw. She's sassy. She's determined. Jalen is the quiet one, but sneaky, you know. And Ashley and Darian are the two that are the ones that stuff have to happen and show them. You can't tell them. Stuff have to actually, you know, they have to go through stuff to see. My 18-year-old she's real laid back. She don't really care as long as you don't bother her, you know. But then she also have that side of her. She gonna do what she want to do, whether you don't want her to do it or not, you know. But she not gonna do it to where you know it. Like if I tell her, I don't want you talking to that dude, but she crazy about him, she gonna do it on the low. Like, mommy not gonna find out. Girl, y'all don't know me yet. You see this? Let my husband tell it. He couldn't hide nothing from me. I ain't never been that type of person that go through your phone and go through your pockets and your wallet and all that kind of stuff. Or when you out with your boys at the club, I come behind you. No, I ain't doing all that. I never have. I don't do that. But it always come to me. I don't have to ask no questions. What was y'all doing when y'all went out? I don't have to do all that. It come to me. Just like my kids. When you do, say something about me and see don't I find out. I find out. But I tell them, anytime you get ready to say something to me, you go right ahead and say it. We have this thing on Sundays, which is family day in my household. turn off all cell phones and computers, and we gather in the living room and we talk about whatever, even whatever happened that week. If me and my husband said anything to the children that might have upset them or made them mad, or vice versa, we all talk about it, and then we discuss it. And that's just something that we do. I believe in that. Not that I need their approval, but parents are not perfect. Sometimes we say things that might hurt somebody's feeling, and of course you need to apologize if you're wrong. Even if you meant it in a certain way, it may not have came out that way. So we talk about things. We give them the opportunity to say exactly how they feel without being disrespectful. You can talk to me without being disrespectful. That raising your voice, sucking your teeth, rolling your eyes, and cursing, we don't do that because you get hit what? Right in the fucking throat. Yes. Yep, you will. That darn fly. You saw his butt again somewhere. But that's something that we do and we always have done. I've always been upfront with my girls about sex and things that guys, me and my husband even talk to them about things that we've gone through, in our relationship. And then I tell them, there's a difference between a boyfriend and a husband. I said, I do until death do you part. That means you can't just separate and go your separate ways. You got to work things out. We got a family. You can't just about face and haul a tail. You can't do that. But when you become husband and wife, you're no longer a separate person. You become one. So anything that is his is mine and mine is his. And we have to work things out. That's the truth. We done dealt with the cursing each other out, and we still do that every now and then. When I get to where I feel like I'm sick of you, I'll cuss you out in a minute. Which I got to get better than that. I got to be able to express myself without doing all of that. Sometimes it feel good, but then I be ashamed of myself afterwards. I've always been a real easygoing person, don't like to hurt nobody. And I ain't gonna never forget, my brother-in-law called me a B one day. Did you just do that? For real? And I didn't like the relationship that he had with my sister. But like I told him, nigga, you got me effed up. Because I ain't that one. Because see, I gave you respect when nobody else didn't. Because you my sister husband. And if she love you, I like it. That's how I feel about it. Now, but you gonna disrespect me because something you going through with her? Nigga, that ain't finna happen. Because I get in my car and ride over there and I will wear you out. I don't care nothing about you being no man, but I get you. I get you. So don't you ever, as long as God give you breath in your mouth, disrespect me again. Because you got the wrong one. Girl, I call him everything but a child of God. Y'all, when I get angry to the point where all my pressure just go this way, ain't no coming back. My daughter said, Mama, I was ashamed of you, out the stuff that you said to that man. I said, I don't care. My husband kept trying to take the phone from me. Y'all, I went out on my patio and I locked the sliding door from out on the patio. Y'all, when I knew anything, I can remember doing it, but I don't remember seeing nobody there, but I can remember doing it. My sliding door is glass. I can remember taking my hand and hitting that glass as hard as I could. That's how angry I was. Because what I was saying to him, I was picturing myself hitting him. And they was like, oh my God, is the glass going to break? That's how hard I was hitting. I was mad. The Taurus in me came out, baby. I was seeing red and I was ready to kick his butt. If I could have ran over him with my car, if Galen would have gave me the keys, I probably would have hit him. I would have literally, because I planned it out in my head, to call him out in the street and get in my car, hit the gas, and run over him. That's why I don't like to get mad, because I can see stuff in my head. I know that ain't right, y'all, but hey, that's why I don't like to get angry like that. Because I know last time I did that, these kids was messing with my brother. Y'all, before I knew it, I was standing there. And I felt like the Hulk. I was just getting angry. And when he turned around, you know how he be done turn green? Baby, when I turned around, I was black as 4 ace of spades. When I knew anything, I had my hands around her throat and I choked the shit out that girl. They had to pull me off of her. Her eyes was rolling in the back of her head. I don't like to be mad like that. But they were bullies. The whole family was bullies. But I bet you she ain't bothered with me no more after that. My brother, too, he ain't bothered me no more. One day he kept bothering with me. And you know, back in the days, y'all, we had sodas in the bottles, the glass bottles, the tall, skinny glass bottles. I laid on the foot of my aunt's bed, and he walked in that room because he had been doing something to me. I think he kept hitting me. And he's bigger than me. I'm older than him, but he's bigger than me. And he wouldn't let me out the room or something. And he picked up his soda to drink it. And I waited till he turned it up, and I kicked the shit out that bottle and chipped his teeth in the front. Girl, all that was bleeding. I tried to knock all his fronts out. Yes, I did. He looked in that mirror, and he saw that blood. He got mad. He chased me for 2 hours. He couldn't catch me. I was too fast. And when my mama came home, that's when I came back around the corner. I saw her car in the driveway. And I ran up to her and told her that he was trying to hit me. So he caught up with me then because I was standing by her car. And he walked right up to me and punched me in the back. You know she ain't do nothing to him. Who you think got punished? Because that's her child. She looked at him and saw his teeth chipped and lip bleeding, gums bleeding. But he had been punching me all day. Had me hemmed up in the room punching me all day. But I got him. See, I don't like to get mad like that. Because I goes out. I flips out. I go across. And when I come back, I be like, what did I do? But I did. And I kicked that nigga in his teeth for the old, the new, and then some. And you know them glass bottles back then, they was heavy too. Baby. Yeah, I done been through some things, y'all. And y'all ain't gonna believe I've been talking for an hour and 37 minutes. I ought to be ashamed of myself. I'm gonna have to... I don't know how I'm going to put this video on there because ain't no way in the world y'all going to listen to all this stuff. I don't know. But it is what it is. Y'all might not ever even see this part, but I'm just talking. Maybe somebody will listen at it and understand and can relate. But yeah, here I am now, y'all. We in the process. I need y'all to pray for me. We in the process of trying to move. I'm trying to find me somewhere else to go. Another house, a bigger house, so we all won't be so cramped. And I know I done prayed everybody and gave it to God, but where two or more there are, there He is. So we're going to touch and agree. We're going to touch and agree. I got to start taking out some stuff, packing up some stuff. So I'm going to start throwing out. Y'all don't know, I want to throw away my furniture so bad. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just going into a new house. It's not going to be brand new, but it won't be this house. But I don't know if it's going to be brand new or not. How about that? Because, you know, God works in mysterious ways. So, we're going to see. But, we'll see when that time comes. But, y'all, I just want to say thank y'all again. And I love y'all. New subbies, well, everybody new now because this is, you know, a new channel. But y'all go and check out my Facebook page, and y'all can pretty much get an idea of what I'm about. Y'all can say I'm conceited and stuck on myself, but I like me. I'm learning to like me. I didn't like me when I was young, but I like me now. I love me. I love put on my little makeup and look cute. I think I look cute right now. But you can see, like, right around here, it gets dark, and right around my eyes, because I have sensitive skin. You see, that time of the month coming, I start breaking out. That's some good goddamn concealer, because when my face don't have no concealer on it, baby, you can really, really... Y'all... see this mole on my nose? My baby boy try to peel that thing off every day, and it be so funny. You ought to see him. He be biting his lip and get his thumbnail up under there. I say, if you pull that thing off, boy, I'm beat your butt. and he'll kiss me. Hey boo, that's what he called me. Hey boo, and then he'll kiss me, and he's slick. He do his hand like that, and then he just enter up there, and then he be like, ugh. I said, I'm gonna beat the tar out you if you pull that thing off, boy. But he is so cute, y'all. I love my kids. They make me mad. Have y'all ever been with somebody that can make you so mad you can split their head open? My husband, he's a Pisces, and you know they stubborn and think they know everything, and they hard-headed. Now with my husband, my baby boy, born March 13th, my 18-year-old birthday March 14th, and my husband's birthday March 15th. My 20-year-old son is March 28th. My oldest daughter is April 10th. I'm May 2nd. The 6-year-old, July 31st. The 7.5-year-old is October 29th. You see them 3 Pisces I got there together? Y'all, pray for me. Pray for me. And them 2 Aries, I can't stand them 2 sometimes, for real. They my children and I love them, but they get on my nerves. I be wanting to say, get y'all stuff and hit the road, Jack. Because they just got to learn on their own. They just got to do the complete opposite of what you say. I know y'all grown. I understand that. But then your feelings be hurt, and then you looking like slushy to suck. Because you just had to do it your way. Behind backwards, now you got to try to straighten it out. You got to live what you just made this dumb behind mistake. When you didn't have to do that. Y'all, these little hair things on my hair get tangled around this necklace, and I take them loose every day, and they get right back. But yeah, I think I accomplished my goal with this video. I said I've been wanting to talk about being adopted and all of that kind of stuff, and some of my relationship, and a little bit about me. But y'all, your girl is getting better. I am. Ain't no telling what I could do in this world. If I had the money, y'all just don't know the kind of things that I would do. And it's right here in my heart. And it's for real. It's for real. Seriously. If I had the money, y'all, we'll have us a girls' day. All my YouTube friends, y'all just don't know. We'd have us a good old time. And y'all, if y'all look at my videos at the end and I put Sue, S-U-E on there, those are my, I guess, not my name initials, but I guess that I consider that representing me. When I say just call me Miss Sue. Sue is S for support, U is for uplift, E is for encouragement. So just call me Miss Sue. I'm here to support you, uplift you, and encourage you. In Jesus' name. I wish you love, peace, and hair grease. I love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.